What ruined your last relationship? Nairu_SSJ says, turns out I don't like to share my girl with 3 other dudes. Beach_bum_273 says, she wanted to take a break, then 2 days later when she tried to make up and I said no, she tried to kill herself in my kitchen with my chef's knife and caused a scene which led to me calling the sheriff's office to my house. Shahitugdigang says, the Kardashians. She got into reality TV in a big way and I did not. In 6 months' time we had nothing in common when she only wanted to talk about the Kardashians. I just couldn't keep up with it. Caldis says, my immaturity. I wasn't the best person I could have been. Although I no longer have feelings for her and have since got into a much better relationship, I still regret being stupid. She was a lovely human being and I wish we could have stayed friends, but I've no one to blame but myself. A Lucy your username says, I was still a teenager, but I was too in love. And too insecure. Not jealous but constantly afraid he was going to leave me. He broke up with me because of this and I don't really blame him, except for the way he handled it, ghosted me before that was even a thing I think. Very hurtful but lesson learned. Been in a happy and healthy relationship for almost 4 years now, and I feel very loved. NORSTU8 says, we were too good together, after nearly 4 years my so didn't see us ever ending, which was the problem. We're both young and she wanted to experience life by herself before she settled down. Lending_ear says, I'm married now but the one before that? Once he moved in he stopped working. Spent my money. When I came home the house wasn't clean and he had already eaten. I had to pay for everything. Absolute turn off. If you're going to scrounge off of me then at least contribute in other ways. But being lazy? Hell no. I want a partner, not an adult child. Fair 456 says, she just said to me I think I prefer you as a friend, by text of course. Sujal 456 says, I didn't put any effort in and took her for granted. You live and learn, though. Prof Jesus Fish says, her friend from high school she hadn't seen in 8 years contacting her on Facebook. London 82 says, our denial. We were incompatible but we tried to make it work. We just weren't made to be together. Our daughters are the best part of that marriage. Anonymous 0702 says, my anxiety, paranoia, depression and period. Thudley says, I wanted to take it slow. Some other dude wanted to move in right away. The end. TeenyGoblin27 says, he made a Tinder account to make sure I wasn't on there. Axolotls Effect says, she got a job in Colombia and we were nowhere near long enough to even consider that decision together. It was 100% mutual and friendly. Now the one before that you'd get radically different answers from us. I say because she was a complete narcissist, emotional abuser, manipulator, and downright inconsiderate bully. She would say I was whiny, boring, and probably also manipulative, although it's hard for someone being emotionally dominated to be manipulative. But whatevs. Exaltadraymond says, them trying to force me to change my sexuality when they found out they were trans and I was a straight male. Facebox says, lack of communication and money will do it, did it for me. Summingrasalmon says, his penis finding its way into my friend super_C_complex says, we lacked the ability to communicate effectively and she would get mad whenever I wasn't there because she didn't trust, well, anyone. Additionally, I also wouldn't express my concerns with our future and that maybe we weren't on the right track. Also, she ultimately cheated physically, I cheated emotionally. Comicrator says, was engaged to a French girl, I'm British. I figured it'd be a communication issue but she spoke fluent English, and I spoke enough to get by but learned more as a surprise. What killed it was the fact that she had to go back to France and the shift to long distance took its toll, coupled with the fact that I'm an insecure mess and it got too much for her to deal with. Busy's92 says, during the work weeks she would always complain about how broke she was and how she needed a new job. Once the weekend arrives she spends what she has on drink and drugs and then repeats the process on Monday, again and again. Definitely not for me. Holy Golden Cow Batman says, World of Warcraft. We played together a bit, but she thought gaining 30 pounds, ignoring hygiene and my gentle nudges to go on walks with me had no consequences. I am so grateful to her for showing me how wrong it could go.